morning, second grade. Happy Tuesday. So for this week, it's our last official week, but I am still going to give you an assignment. It's ungraded, but if you would like to do it, it's optional for you. So what we are doing is we're going to make a little card for our fathers. Father's Day would be our next holiday coming up, but I didn't want to forget them, so we're going to make a little card for our dads. It can be for a dad, it could be for a godfather, a grandfather, an uncle, a friend, your brother, whoever you like to say thank you to celebrate. Maybe somebody's birthday's coming up. It could be for it could be a birthday card. Whoever you want to give it to is totally fine. So what we're going to need today is construction paper. So I have a dark blue, I have a light blue, and I have a white paper. So the white paper is going to come later, and you're going to need a pencil, eraser, scissors, and glue. Yes, I think that's it. Yes. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started. If you have a ruler might be handy, only so you have like perfect lines, but it's not truly needed, but if you have it, it might help. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with my lightest color. If you don't have these colors, no biggie, you don't have to use these colors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold my paper about, just so I have the exact measurements for you, about 4 inches, okay? So I folded my paper about 4 inches. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that off, okay? And this is how I like to cut off paper, just so it's nice and straight. I'd rather not open it and cut it. I'd rather cut it while it's folded and just cut right next to it. I find that to be easier. That's just me. I don't know why I cut it like this, but that's how I do it. I just find it to be easier. All right, so that little piece, I'll put that to the side. Maybe I'll use it later, maybe I won't. But I do need this paper there. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my my dark blue paper, and I'm going to cut it the same size. Okay, so if you want to make a line, you can. You don't have to. And there goes my pencil. It's up to you. I'm going to go ahead and make a line. And I'm going to cut that piece off. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put this one to the side. I may need that later. So now I have 2 papers the exact same size. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my pencil and I'm going to start to make, it's going to be like a t-shirt, and this is going to be like overalls. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys in just a minute what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to make a shape that's kind of like, okay, so what I did was get my whiteboard out so you guys can see exactly what I did. Okay, so this is my paper, right? So what I did is I made a shape that goes up and then across and then down. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that part out. Okay, and this all here, I'm going to keep it because I'm going to need that. Okay, so make a line, so 3 lines, and you're going to cut it out. Okay, I have my paper, and I'm going to go ahead and start cutting it out. So I'm just cutting that exact shape out. So something like that. Okay. And make sure it fits at the bottom, and if it's not straight, that's fine. If you want to make it straight, you can. If you want your lines to be perfect, like the top part, it's up to you. I'm gonna straighten it out just a little bit. Okay, so now I'm just kind of cutting that off just so it's nice and straight. All right, so now I have something that looks like that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut 2 strips off here. So just 2 strips, okay? So I'm going to fold this, just so I only have to cut it once. And maybe my strips will be, let's see, I want a straight line, and I want a straight line there. Okay, so I'm going to cut that off, and I'm going to get 2 strips the exact same size. Okay, put that to the side. I may need that later. And then you know what? I might need to make these longer. I don't think I will. We'll see. No, I don't think I will. Okay, so these strips, let's see how big they are. They're about 3.5 inches. Okay, so I have these strips. I'm going to hold those to the side, leave those there. And then now, let's see. Let me see if I want to start applying my papers on my paper. Gluing my papers on my paper. Let's see. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and glue this piece down. Okay, so go ahead and glue that piece down. Your strips not yet. We'll do that in a little bit. I'll put my strips to the side. Okay, so that piece is down. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is this. I need to make a line at the top here. And I'm going to get my pencil out. Okay, so I have a line like that. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut just a little bit on each side. Okay, so maybe like, let's see, maybe that much on one side. It's about a almost 3-inch cut on both sides. Okay, I'm just kind of eyeballing it a little bit more. Okay, so these 2 strips should be hanging off like that. You're going to go ahead and put these down like that. So don't cut the middle, only the 2 sides. And you're going to go ahead and put these little strips down. Make sure they're even on both sides, and you're just going to fold it. Like so. Okay, it's going to look like a little collar. I'm going to go ahead and erase this line here because I don't want to see that. Okay, and then you're going to go ahead and just leave it like that because we're going to glue it down eventually. But I want to get my little strips, make sure my little overalls fit here, and I might need to cut off a little bit. Yes. It looks good now. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue down my strips and make sure it's from the corner down so it looks like it's connected, right? And then I'm going to cut off a little bit here. So I'm going to go ahead and glue those down. Just a little bit of glue. Okay, I'm going to get some glue. for me so I can make sure it's right. Okay, something like that. Okay, now I'm going to glue down my collar, my shirt, okay? But I want to make sure everything looks good and everything is even. So it can kind of look like there's like a V, like a V there. Okay, I'm going to get a little bit of glue, just like a dot. Glue that down. Little dot. Glue that down. Just count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it's all down. I'm going to turn this card over. I'm going to cut off these little strips here. Cut off this little strip here. Okay. Turn this guy over. Make sure my glue is all spread out. I can still see it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, okay, so this part is optional. If you have little buttons hanging out, or little, anything, you can use paper too. If you want to add a few buttons here, that will look super cute. Only if you want to. Okay, you might need something stronger than this glue, but I'm going to use that for now. We'll see how that'll stick. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my white paper. Okay, and I'm going to cut 2 little circles out of here. So I don't need a whole lot, so let's just put a strip for now. Okay, and I'm going to fold this guy in half. And I'm just going to cut out 1 circle. And you can draw it if you want to, or you can just cut it out. However you want to do it, it's fine. So I'm just trying to make a circle. I'm going to put them right there. Okay. Okay, so if you want to add a little pocket, you can. So this is when we would add our little pocket. Okay, so you have that extra piece of paper, right? So you can go ahead and fold it like that. Cut that off. Let's see, this is about almost 3 inches or so. I'm going to cut this little piece off because I don't need it. Okay, move all these little pieces away. Okay, so if you want to glue on your pocket, you can do that. So I'm going to glue it like this, so it's open here, but then I'll show you guys how to close it. So just glue the back. Okay. Hold it down so it stays. Count to 5 if you have to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that lifts up. Okay, you can go ahead and just glue down the sides here, or maybe like 2 little dots there. Whatever you guys want, because you want to kind of keep that open. So let's see, what am I going to do here? Maybe I'll just go ahead and glue a little bit of the sides. When you glue down, you don't want to glue it too close to the edge, okay, because then it's just going to come right out. So just glue it down. But you still have like a little opening there. So just hold it down. Okay, so you have a little opening. Okay, so if you want to add some tools, you can. So I'm going to move this guy to the side, and I'm going to get this out again. Okay, so let's go ahead and make some tools now. So I'm going to show you guys how to draw some tools that our daddies may use. for whoever this card is for. Okay, so maybe Daddy likes to paint. Maybe he paints the garage, or maybe he's painting the house or something. So we're just gonna make like a little paintbrush. And then you gotta watch your size too, because it's not gonna be too big. So you have to make something small enough to fit in here. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and fold my paper, because I need to remind myself that my tools can't be that big. Okay, so something like that will fit, but maybe just like 2 tools, okay? So I just folded my paper, and I know that this is the size that I'm gonna make 2 tools. So they're gonna be small, but it's okay. Okay, so what was I saying? A paintbrush, okay. So let's see, maybe like something like, and I'll show you guys what I'm doing in just a minute here. Okay, I got something like that. I'm just going to make little lines in here. Okay, something like that. And then maybe he uses like a little, like a hammer, or maybe like one of these, let's see, like a saw. I mean, you guys can do anything really. Hammer, saw. I don't know what these tools are. I'm such a girl. I don't know what these tools are called. Screwdriver, a flathead, that's what it's called. Yes, I know what that is. It's like a little flathead. Okay, something like that. And I'm going to cut those out. Okay, so I have 2 tiny little tools. You guys can color them in. If you want to just keep them like that, you can. I'm just going to cut around it. Just cutting around my tool. Pretty sure this is called a flathead. I don't really know for sure. I'm not going to pretend I know. Okay, so we got that. Got a little paintbrush. Okay, got some trash. Okay, so if you want to trace it, you can. You don't have to. If you want to color it in, you can. I'm just going to trace it in Sharpie. Just skinny Sharpie marker. Whoa. I'm going to have to color that in. Made a little mistake there on the side. Didn't want to color you in, but now I'm going to have to color you in. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and trace this guy too. Just very carefully. And I'll get my eraser and just clean it up with my eraser right now. Okay, oh, I forgot that little circle there. Tiny little tools. Okay. Alrighty, so get my card back. So you can stick these tools in here like that. Maybe you can fit more in here. It's up to you guys. And then if you guys want to glue them down, you can. If you want to just keep them like that, it's up to you. Okay, so now let's go back to see what else we can add here. So if you want to add a little note here, you can say, you know, Happy Father's Day, Happy Birthday, thank you, neighbor, anything you want to do. Anything you want to write, any message, it's up to you. If you want to just write dad, or maybe you want to write the name of the person you're going to give it to, you can do that there. It's up to you guys, okay? It's your card, so you do what you want with it. But I think we're done. I think we are done. This guy is too cute. If you want to turn it around and write a message back here, totally can. Okay, guys? But this is it. We're done. We are done. Okay. I'll see you guys soon. We'll probably have a Zoom meeting on Tuesday. We'll see. We shall see. Maybe like a show and tell or something. I'll figure it out. But have fun, and I will see you guys soon.